Alright. Hold up. Thank y'all for being here, first of all. Feige, you might be the best producer maybe ever. But, if you think I'm about to pay $30, 35 in some countries, to see a movie that's supposed to be 2 years old, I think, instead of watching Bad Batch, you tripping out here, bro. We getting hyped in the lair tonight. Feige, you tripping, man. To the people that are here, you the real Star Wars fans, we know what's up. All them Marvel fans that are going to watch Black Widow, like, get out of here. The only thing you need to watch is the post-credit scene. You don't even need to watch it. Just look it up. Look up the spoilers online, man. It's Black Widow. Come on. You're watching Black Widow over the Bad Batch? Are you tripping? Get out of here. For $30, bruh. I will say it is kind of cool that you can rewatch that movie for $30, and that's like the cost of two people going to the theater, though. Wish they would do that with some Star Wars movies, huh? That would be nice. What's up, guys? It's Sheev the Wise. I hope you guys are having a great night. I'm really excited for this Bad Batch episode. I don't know about you guys. My hype is pretty high. Where's your guys' hype at? I want to know. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know where your hype level is at right now for the Bad Batch episode 11. Coffee is fantastic. That's right. What up, Obi-Wan the homie? I am glad you can make it. And yes, sir, I did get some eats. I made sure I had enough time. I went down the street. I made sure I set up the stream first, though. And then I gave my computer a rest from Streamlabs for a couple minutes, just because it needs it sometimes. No, for real, though, I got some better equipment this week, and I think my streams are running a lot smoother. I'm still getting used to the new setup, but I love having this big monitor now. I'm having a great time making streams with y'all. I'm having a great time doing videos. I'm doing streaming more than anything just because I'm having a great time interacting with you guys. And if you have not heard already and you're here joining in for the watch party, when we get to 500 subscribers on the channel, we are going to be doing a Funko Pop giveaway. We're going to give a member of the Bad Batch, we got him right here, we're going to give each member of the Bad Batch away to someone in our community, a subscriber, and someone on Discord. Now, we have the Discord linked to the video below. Go ahead and join the Discord to have a chance to win one of those pops. They're pretty dope, man. I think we were talking about it in the chat earlier. I think between Echo and Crosshair, I think those two are the coolest looking ones. I'm hyped, though. I'm ready for the Bad Batch. I'm ready for episode 11 of the Bad Batch. Did you guys hear about that Grogu news? If you haven't, I just did a video, but or another live stream. There's some pretty interesting rumors and leaks getting out there about Book of Boba, man. Can't wait to hear about Daniel Logan being in it. Heck, even tonight, we have episode 11 of the Bad Batch. If you haven't heard already, the title is already out. We know all the titles for this month. But the title for this episode, since we're about to see it, is called Devil's Deal. Now, I definitely think Devil's Deal could indicate that maybe Sid is going to make a deal with the devil. And in a way, I think she might turn on the Bad Batch. Even last episode, as she made a bond with Omega, she told Hunter that she couldn't be trusted. Definitely think she's about to turn him in. I've been waiting for that since we met her. And yeah, I think she's either going to turn them into the Empire or Omega into the Kaminoans, or potentially just to one of the bounty hunters that the Kaminoans have hired. Either, I think probably Cad Bane even. That seems pretty likely to me. Hype level is tired, says Green Bear. That's boring, man. You need a 10. I'm 10. I'm hyped. That's right. We hyped tonight. We ready? Trippin' F Black Widow. I'll catch that later. Exactly, Rello. Who needs it? Who needs Black Widow when you have the Bad Batch? I bet you nobody's gonna be here tonight because they have the Black Widow. Ooh, a 2019 movie about Black Widow, the most hot. I mean, the most I don't know, dead Avenger other than Tony Stark. The most dead Avenger during Infinity War and Endgame. Like, why do we need to know about that? Come check out the Bad Batch. You know, we also heard that Joel, what's that guy's name? Joel Aaron, the FX guy for Bad Batch, Clone Wars, all the great animated shows from Lucasfilm. Joel Aaron was hyping up this episode, and I think he was saying that his team did work on this. I'm expecting this episode to be really, really beautiful in terms of animation, you know. And I'm hyped for it, man. I think it's going to be great. He said that we're not going to expect what's coming. And frankly, I never do with the Bad Batch. I only guess half of it. I'm having a great time with it, though. I love this show. The Bad Batch to me has been a solid 8, and it's had some really, really high moments at like a 9 and a 10 at points. And I still think it has the potential to be the best animated Lucasfilm project ever, but in terms of first season, it's definitely been probably better than the other two shows. But there's definitely been slow points, just like with Rebels and with Clone Wars. And, you know, at times I'm just like, speed it up. I want to get to the good stuff, you know, and we've had some good stuff. And last week was a 7, but it's weird walking away from a 7 and just wanting more, even though you know you shouldn't, you know. Simpler, I'll tell you this. Lawrence Pugh. Pew pew. I'll simp for her, to be honest. That's the new Black Widow, if you don't know. Green Bear says doesn't have the big guest star powers that the Rebels and Clone Wars did. Not the big ones, but it's definitely had some solid ones. You know, a lot of people have been talking about Commander Cody being in the show, or maybe Vader. You know, Vader could be the devil. I doubt it though. You know, we've been getting a lot of hints to a lot of different things too, and like we had the Rex reveal. There's, you know, Fennec Shand. Like, it's not super big people, but I get you. It is like, you know, key figures that have shown up in other spots. It's Florence. Oh God, Florence Pugh. That's why you're laughing. All right. Well, Florence Pugh Pugh. I'll simp to her. How about that? Goddamn. Simp for the pew pew. Come on. I mean, I'm definitely going to have to catch this movie sooner or later. And part of the reason I'm not watching it, other than the fact that I need Bad Batch and I need Boba Fett, is just the fact that I need money right now, too. I'm going to Galaxy's Edge this weekend. And if I spend too much, I'm not going to be able to get the things I want to get. Or food, for that matter, or gas. And I need all of those, too. So, you know. I'm looking. I go Saturday to Galaxy's Edge, and hopefully I spend half the day there, even though there's only like one thing to do. But yeah, I'm gonna be over there and probably, you know, Pirates Caribbean, going on a couple rides. But I definitely am planning on getting, hopefully, the Emperor cloak. I definitely want that for my streams. Hopefully the Darksaber. I've heard some kind of iffy things about it, but I'm definitely going to do a review if I end up getting that. And then I definitely want the Clone Wars Ahsoka sabers, if they still have them. I think they do, and those are the ones I want the most. They are beautiful. I need them. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get on Rise of the Resistance. I haven't been on it yet. I've only been to Galaxy's Edge once because of the pandemic. It's a good time though. There's not a ton to do there, I'll be honest, but I definitely, there's stuff I didn't even check out last time. Like, if you are loaded or just have a lot of money saved up, it's definitely the coolest gift shop in the entire world. I'll tell you that much. Vader, Boba, Ahsoka. Needed. Yeah, man, I need them too. Those are some of the best characters, to be honest. I was cracking you up last stream, Tim. Good. That's part of the fun, man. I'm trying to have a good time with y'all. Rello says, I'm back, bro. Josh and Chad tried holding me hostage. Say what? Man, tell them that Florence is the only reason to even watch that movie, and that they shouldn't have spent $30 on it, and they should have just watched Bad Batch for free, or free on top of their subscription. Ahsoka Blades, yeah, the Clone Wars ones are dope, man. I'm definitely gonna have to check those out. Tim says, I got a fun fact about the beat. It's not only Rey's theme, but also the Scavenger that's in there. Yes, actually, I was listening to Scavenger today at work because that's just the freaking nerd I am. But I was listening to that song today, and I was like, I see what you did, Tim, and props to you, bro. I love your process. I love the way you work, and I love your beats. They fire. Let me turn it back up because it's heat. Fire. This episode out yet? We got 4 minutes or so. Episode 11 of the Bad Batch. Here we come. I think I can actually run this Disney Plus on my big old monitor now, and I'll actually be able to watch it on my computer while I stream, because I haven't been doing that the past 2 weeks because I was worried about my streams crashing. What a good time, right? Yeah. But it's working. I think my the stuff I got for my setup worked a lot better, and now having this big old monitor is pretty dope. It's dope. Still getting used to it. I've never had a big old monitor. What are we feeling for this episode, though? Do you guys think? What's your predictions? Give me. I don't know. I know you guys already kind of gave me your hype levels for it, but I want to know what your predictions for this episode will be. Give me a 1 through a 10. What do you think? How good of an episode do you think it'll be? 10, says Mike. F Warner Brothers. That's right. F Warner Brothers, and I love you, Streamlabs. That's what I like to say. All day, every day. Where's this episode? Check on Disney Plus real quick. Common Ground. That was last week. Now we got Devil's Deal. Sid's gonna be the devil. I'm telling you. Sid's gonna be the devil, and Florence Pugh is going to be the best Black Widow that has ever been, even though there's already an amazing one. Cool. I have it all set up the way I want, and I'm ready for the episode to drop. We got T-minus 1.5 minutes at this point, most likely. Is it out yet? I'm just waiting for the episode to drop. Keep on waiting. I need some good content tonight, man. If Bad Batch sucks, I might just buy Black Widow and watch it on Josh's playback, because I need a good episode, man. Last week was kind of not hitting for me. It wasn't the best. Didn't give me a lot to talk about. Thank God we've been getting Book of Boba news. Daniel Logan for Book of Boba Fett, and Daniel Logan to play the voice of Boba Fett in the Bad Batch. Tonight, I'm gonna get it. or we gonna rage. We gonna rage. The lair is gonna get hot. We're gonna have to take a break. Even so, if this episode's fire, we're gonna go straight through, do a 2-hour stream. If it sucks, we're going to bed because we need some good content, man. That's Mr. Mark Hamill confirmed. What? Tim said, kind of hard to predict. We only have the league title and they didn't really give us much last episode. Exactly what I'm saying, man. I don't know where it's going. Give me Vader, says Tommy Banana. And Tommy Banana. Give me Vader or give me death. How about that? What? Is it out yet? Mr. E? Mr. F? Say what? Green Bear's going an 8. You don't think it'll be an 8? Adam Nelson thinks it'll be a 10. I think there's a solid chance that happens. Alright, it's midnight. Did it drop? Midnight for me anyway. That's Rampage. Devil's Deal. 28 minutes! Yay! As the seeds of rebellion ferment on the outer rim world, the Empire schemes to squash it. Woo! Alright. I'm gonna open this up. And we gonna close it. Or pause it, I mean. Oh, shoot. Alright. I have it paused at 0 seconds. I guess I can try and do... I think I'm gonna try to do this tonight. The thing. Alright. I don't know how that'll work actually, but we're gonna try and do it. Okay. Do you guys have it up? I'm gonna wait 40 seconds. Tommy Banana's ready. Jedi Mike's ready. Green Bear's ready. I hope it's 20 minutes of the jerk game from last episode. Oh, bro, that would be lit. 27 minutes. I got 28, Jedi Mike. The Empire is the devil. 100%. That means Sid made the deal. Deal with the devil. Tim says, read my comment. I predict it right now. Alright, Tim, I'm with you. The Empire is the devil! Steven Rouse says, I'm watching it right now. Alright, go for it. I'm gonna join you right here. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. Oh, jeez, hold on. Oh, no. No, wrong thing. Dang it. Alright, forget it. That just keeps happening. Alright, we're way past this. Twi'lek. Tripping out. Not bad, y'all. I'm gonna turn down this music. Oh, so we're already kind of on Ryloth. Who's the blue clone? Is that Hera? Ah, it's Hera's mom. Cham is already in this one, huh? Who's the clone? I'm so behind, my god. My bad. What the heck even is going on? Is this the dude that hangs with Sheev? This is interesting. Hmm. Did this clone not have his chip activate? High speed RC. How are you? Thanks for coming by. I take it something bad is gonna happen to Ryloth. We got Crosshair there already, and I don't expect this is gonna go too well for Cham. I have a bad feeling something. I got a bad feeling about his wife. Is that Rampart? Uh-oh. Oh. Interesting. Dang, this is really the Rebels prequel I was hoping it would be. Not gonna lie. I'm so happy we're getting Hera and Cham and Hera's mom. I wonder if we'll see the Oh, there's Hera and Chopper. Let's go. I wonder if Kanan will meet her. Her accent's so strong still. If you guys didn't know, Dave Filoni does the voice of Chopper. Or the beeps. This is so cool. You know what? Shout out to you, Joel, Aaron. I did not expect this at all. Fire. The Rebels fan in me. She's pretending she can. Oh, thinking about flight. This is dope. Oh. This is dope, man. Yeah, I talked about how it kind of reminded me of like Rebels mixed with like season 8 Clone Wars. That's exactly what this animation is. This is so sick, man. I really hope Kanan comes into this. Maybe next episode. This clone seems normal at the most part. For the most part. Hauser? Is that what his name is? Did you guys catch that? Everybody smash like, please. It helps a lot. The Calicori, that's what I was thinking about earlier. I have a bad feeling about what'll happen to her mom. They sound so French. That's kind of funny. I hear it, Tim. Damn, Cham's in denial about the Imperials? Interesting. That is the dude that's like the right hand man to Sheev, isn't it? The blue guy? What's his name? Dang, look at Crosshair's head. After his injury. I don't think we'll see Camino this episode, but we're definitely getting a lot of Crosshair and Rampart. You know what? A Magic Maker said that this might be an episode that shows none of the Bad Batch. He was kind of joking, but I think it might be. This is a great episode, bro. There's not a lot a lot going on, but it's really good episode. Way better than last episode, in my opinion. Uncle Gobi. That's the blue guy. This show is really the perfect mix of Clone Wars and Rebels. It is. It's so good. I love it. She definitely lives a life like her dad. Way better than the last. Definitely, man. We're getting a lot of the Empire and Hera and Cham. It's crazy. I didn't expect this at all. Hera's mom. That's so cool, too. Rampart's using Ryloth for Project War Mantle, I think. Hera has a lot of her mom in her. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, these episodes are getting a lot of depth to them. Rebels is hella underrated. Facts. Mm-hmm. I wonder what Dave said there. Crosshair? Uh-oh. Tracker or a bomb? Tagged. Rebels show is goated. Fantastic show. That's cool. Her uncle kind of helps her learn to fly. Uncle Gobi. They're there to get weapons. Is that the Bad Batch? It is the Bad Batch. That's the Marauder, isn't it? That's so dope. Omega. I wonder if Hera's gonna go with them. She likes their ship a lot. And there's her meeting Omega. Omicron attack class shuttle. That's so cool. Hera really understands it. That's so cool. Her room. She ends up achieving all these dreams. I'll tell you that much. Go with them, Hera. Darn it. Next episode. They're gonna rescue Hera. What feeling? That's funny as hell. How much time we got left in this? Nice. Still another 11 minutes. Well, probably like 5 after with credits, you know. This might be one of my favorite episodes. There hasn't been a ton going on, but it's a really, really cool Rebels episode, man. This is dope. Ooh, Crosshair. Whoo! Wow. Wow. Well, they're definitely gonna have to rescue Hera. Tommy says it's expertly crafted. That's the best way I can describe this episode. Big facts. It's freaking epic. And like the design of it is good. It's a good episode. Damn, Crosshair knew they were getting weapons too. Wild. Harris shouldn't have gone. Oh my god, there goes the Empire. Damn. Take them away. That's meta as hell. She is a rebel and a traitor. Take her away. Yeah, F Crosshair for sure. Damn. They never even got their weapons. They don't stand a chance. Chopper is freaking out. I like Chopper in this animation. Damn. Hauser doesn't seem to have Order 66 controlled. I don't think so either. I think Hauser is just with them because those are his brothers, and he might think the Jedi committed treason, actually. Maybe no chip. That's possible. Who knows, man? You know, it's only very few clones were immune to it. Hauser does seem cool, for sure, for being on the Empire side. It's interesting. Cham? Look at that dude. Oh, nailed him. Cham's Loki a savage. Especially if he's coming after Hera. I'm enjoying the vibes too. This is a good episode. You know, only a few weeks before, I think this is the dude that was throwing Yoda's lightsaber into the furnace in the comics. No worries. What's up, Ashton? Glad you're here, man. Twi'leks can ball, bro. Hauser is the clone, Green Bear. That's the blue clone. I don't think there's much of the Bad Batch in this episode, says Legion Gaming. No, but it's a really cool episode. I'm okay with it. This is fun, man. I think there's going to be multiple seasons, especially the way this season's gone. Damn. Citizens of Ryloth, they're balling. It's messing them up. Maybe that's the wrong guy, Green Bear, but gosh, what's his name? Much POG? Pog? They surrendered. Rampart's smart, man. Rampart is really smart. He saved Hera, though. Masamida. Isn't that Masamida? Am I wrong? Who is this guy? Maybe I'm tripping. Is this Masamida or am I tripping balls? Because it's very possible. Ooh, damn. Alright, thank you, for sure. I was tripping. Ignore me. Damn. Nope, definitely not Masamida. There's hella blue dudes in Star Wars? Yeah, there is. Damn. Omfrita. That's what his name was. What his name was. She got away? Definitely gonna be the rescuers for her. I didn't even notice that. Hera's with Chopper, I take it. Good episode, man. That was a really, really good episode. I enjoyed that one a lot. What'd you guys think? I'm gonna close Disney Plus right quick. We're gonna get the chat a little bit bigger again. Get my whole setup fixed up again. What'd you guys think? I thought it was dope. Really fun episode. Very fun. What'd you guys think, though? I think that was a solid 8 a solid 8 for me. It was maybe even high 8. Because that was fun. That was cool. You know, like, it's really funny. We had Magic Maker and Santa's stream today. He was saying, you know, what if there's not much Bad Batch in this? And I was like, he laughed about it. You know, it was kind of a joke, but there wasn't much Bad Batch in this, and I was fine with it. And maybe that's a bad thing too, because you know you kind of want the main characters to be in every episode when the show is good, right? So like, I don't know. It's interesting that this show could be carried without the Bad Batch being in it much at all, and I do love the way this episode was written. You know, someone else, I think that was Tommy, maybe said it was a masterfully written episode, and I gotta agree 100%, man. This episode was perfectly written. It was great. It was a lot of fun. It was cool to see, you know, the citizens of Ryloth and what they're going through with the start of the Empire. You know, Cham was finally feeling like he was free, and you know he's with, you know, aligned with the Empire, and his brother is kind of warning him like, hey, this Empire stuff ain't good. And, you know, Cham's like kind of skeptical about it. And then we see Cham's wife, and, you know, we get the connection, and it's really cool to see her because we don't really see her in Clone Wars much at all, I think, if at all. And we don't see Hera really in Clone Wars either. So it was really, really cool to see Hera in this and see she has Chopper already, as the Clone Wars were already over. And just like that, she's dreamt of flying her whole life, and she has that feeling that even the Bad Batch were like, feeling what? That's such a Bad Batch thing, you know, too. It was really cool though. I enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, solid 8 for me, you know, like had moments of 9, but like obviously there wasn't a whole ton of action. Like, you know, we had the little action in the end, and when they were capturing each other. But it was cool, man. Lots of fun. Definitely makes sense with, I don't know what the deal was, I guess. Trying to think. Maybe it was Cham made a deal with the Empire and it turned out to be a deal with the devil, I guess, That's what I'm taking that episode as. Or maybe a lot of the episode titles are like double conundrums in a way. And I think the other explanation for it could be Hera made a deal with her uncle to, he was like, well, you can fly. And like, that's why she went with him to go get the weapons. And, that's the devil's deal. The devil's saying, hey, come over here. You can fly the ship, but we're going to be carrying weapons that we're going to use to take down the Empire. Good luck with that, and that's it. The funny thing is that's exactly what she ends up doing in the rest of her life, pretty much. Her dad even said at one point, like, I don't want the life of like rebellion for you, but oftentimes, kids find a way of doing the same kind of job as their parents, or, molding that into their own life. And Hera clearly is a daddy's girl, and even though I saw a lot of similarities with Hera and her mom, but to me, she definitely is like that daddy's girl, and she wants to make her father proud, but at the same time, like, in a way, she wants to prove herself to him. And yeah, like she still has that dream of flying, and you see that is like the strongest part of her, and it's just everything she says comes to fruition. Like, she says to Omega, "Oh, you get to live on a ship," and she's like, "Yeah," and like she's like, "That's my dream," and that's what she ends up doing in Rebels, and even beyond, as we see her with her future kid, Jason Syndulla, and like Jason is living in the sky with her, and he looks happy to be flying around with his mom at the end of Rebels. So I don't know. It was really cool seeing, this part of Hera and that story. And I definitely think, I was talking about in the preview stream earlier that I think a lot of these characters early on in the show are going to start popping back up. And this, indication of Hera, I think it could lead into Kanan. And I know that might conflict with some other stuff in canon and whatnot, but I think they already took out Kanan's comic, or most of what that has to do, and they kind of replaced it in this. So Dave doesn't really care about paper as canon. His canon is what's on screen. So I thought it was dope, though. What are we talking about, though? Tim says 8.5. Tommy, 8.5. 8.5 from Aaron Tomato. Is that how you say it? Tomato? Tomato? I don't think this arc is over, says Tim. No, it's definitely not over. It's definitely not over yet. I can tell you that much. Just Fernie, how you doing? He says, yo, just finished the episode. That was pretty sick. You think we're going to have Hera meet Kanan by the end of the season? That's what I was just getting into. I think seeing Hera definitely indicates that we could potentially get Kanan back. I felt like Hunter really felt like he could have helped Kanan more, and we got like indication and words from that in interviews before the show started, that he's gonna somewhat regret not being able to help Kanan more, and that's why he goes out of his way to help Omega in the first episode. And I think that's a good prediction there. I was on the same page as you. I think we're definitely gonna be getting Kanan again in this season. And I'm all for it, man. Seeing Kanan and Hera meet for the first time and having it be in the show would be perfect. I said it earlier on in the stream, but I definitely think, the way the pace that this season has gone, we're gonna get at least another season, if not 2 or 3 more seasons. I'm hoping for 4 seasons, just like Rebels, and I think they can do a lot with this show. I think there's a lot more stories to be told with this group, and a lot more stories to be told with Omega. I wouldn't be surprised to see Omega pop up in live action for Book of Boba and some of the other, Filoni-verse projects that are coming up in the future. I'm really excited for it, man. I'm hyped for it, man. What are we talking about, though? I'm right there with you guys, too. I think it was a solid 8.5. What are we talking about, Tim? Tim says, I agree. I love animated Star Wars. I love animated Star Wars, too. Me, too. Darkside70 says, no matter what, I loved it because I'm a fan of Star Wars. That's right, bro. Darkside78, I'm with you, man. I am a huge fan of Star Wars. I am a huge fan of animated Star Wars in particular. I think, honestly, the more and more I watch these Dave Filoni animated projects, the bigger a fan I become of them, and the bigger fan I become of him. You know, I've seen Rebels probably six, maybe 7 times at this point. I've seen Clone Wars at least 3 or 4 times. And I'm going to be a huge fan of the Bad Batch. I already am. I love doing these streams every week and just sitting back and watching these episodes with you guys. It's freaking awesome, man. The show is amazing. I don't care, man. Like, I'm having a great time with it. We've gotten so many little canon Easter eggs and, like, you know, side characters. Dave Filoni loves putting his characters in all these stories, man. He knows how to connect it. It's beautiful. Jedi Mike says, Hera and Kanan too young. They meet later. It's very possible that Dave Filoni says screw that. You know, these are Dave Filoni's characters. I will tell you that. They're his characters. Tim's talking to Green Bear. I enjoyed it a lot. What'd you think, Tim? You thought it was an 8.5, didn't you? It's all connected. That's right. Green Bear says, I just started watching Rebels again today. It's my favorite. Rebels is probably my favorite too. It might be one of my favorite projects in all of Star Wars. You know, Dave Filoni finally got to finish a project. It was a 4-season show. And the last season in particular blew me away, man. He perfectly executed that show. It was incredible. I see a lot of that in this show too, you know. I definitely think we're getting 3 to 5 seasons, somewhere in that range. I don't think it's going to be a 1 or 2 season show. The way that he's paced this season and, you know, given each character the respectful time they deserve, I think it's very possible Hera goes with the Bad Batch, you know. I'm calling it right now. I think, you know, she split off from her dad, and in a way that probably not saved her, but, you know, it definitely did something. You know, I was saying in the episode, I'm worried about Hera's mom, and I really, really, really am. I think there's no way Hera's mom is going to come out of this alive, and it's awful to say, but it would really divide her and her dad in a way, you know, and part of this whole thing is her dad's fault, that the Empire's, you know, kind of in the position they are there, and obviously they can't really stand up to the Empire. They barely could fight off the Separatists, and, you know, with the clone and Jedi's help at some points, but I definitely think things are going to go bad for that family. I think Hera is probably going to go out there, and with the Bad Batch, her dream of flying is going to become a reality. You know, we had rumors and stuff at one point that she could be in the Rangers show. We had rumors she's going to be in the next season of Mando, and she's going to be in Ahsoka. We have a lot of Hera rumors going around, and, you know, I want to see Jason Syndulla again, and I think Dave Filoni is Dave Filoni does everything with a purpose. I'll tell you that now. Everything is done with a purpose. We did a video early on this week about filler, and, like, how I don't view Star Wars as filler, like, almost ever. I think Dave Filoni knows how to use every second of screen time in an important way. And this episode is just proof of that, man. Like, it was perfectly executed, just like Tommy Banana said. Perfectly executed. Whitney said the animation was super crispy and awesome. Yeah, man. So Joel Aaron was hyping up how, like, we weren't going to expect what was going on in this episode, and how his team did some great work with the lighting and FX and everything. And shout out to Jason Aaron, man. He for sure wasn't lying about it, man. They killed it this episode. The Kiner brothers, I should have known. They were talking about how they used some older themes in this episode and made them kind of, you know, blended them with some newer themes. They were talking about Hera, you know, like, they were actually pretty involved in Rebels in particular. And I'm so dumb for not even thinking about it during the last stream, but definitely I was really excited to see Hera and have her, you know, the Kiner brothers do another theme for her, like, or, you know, blend in the new theme. It was really cool, and that hopeful side of Hera was something really awesome to see. You know, that's the start of her character right there. Aaron Tomato says Rebels is my favorite of the animated series. Have I found my people? I think you have, man. So I grew up a big Clone Wars fan. I've always loved Clone Wars. That was basically my childhood out of Revenge of the, like, I grew up with the prequel era. And Clone Wars was literally, I grew up with the Clone Wars. And I love Clone Wars. And then, throughout high school, I was watching Rebels. And towards the end of my, the end of my high school days, the show was winding down. And I freaking love Rebels probably more than almost any project but Revenge of the Sith. It might be my second or first favorite title in all of Star Wars. Straight up. I love Rebels. Such a hopeful, amazing story, man. Such a beautifully written story. I love Rebels. Legion Gaming says, the Star Wars universe will never stop expanding. I don't think it will either. They have a lot of plans for what's coming in the future. And I was, complaining that I need some more Star Wars. I needed them to give me some good content tonight. And they did, man. They came through tonight. I enjoyed this one a lot. A whole hell of a lot. My bad. Yeah, man, I enjoyed this one a lot. I'm definitely right there with you. I think an 8.5 is a lot more fair than the 8 I was giving it. XDDO12 says, is it me or did Kid Hera look taller than Kid Kanan/Caleb? I thought the same thing. She looked a lot more mature than him. Girls do actually mature quicker than boys. That's pretty factual. Obviously, it's different for everybody, but Hera definitely seemed a bit more mature. I don't really know their age. I can look it up right now, actually, but it's possible Hera is older than Kanan, too. Hera Syndulla. Let's see. Hera Syndulla. Wikipedia, since someone thought I was on Wikipedia one time. She was born in 29 BBY. Alright. And what about Caleb Doom? Let's look that up. Caleb Doom. That sucked. I totally misspelled that. Darn computer. Alright, Kanan Jarrus was born. Come on, where is it? 33 BBY. Wow. Huh. So Kanan is 4 years older than her and looked less mature and smaller and younger. Interesting. This is 19 BBY, right? Am I tripping? This is 19 BBY. Hera's only 10 years old. She looked a lot older than 10. What the heck? Alright, that's the one part of this episode, I guess, where I'm confused. Hera looked a whole hell of a lot older than 10. She is an alien, but what the heck? I'm Confucian. I am Confucian. That means Kanan's 14, which sounds about right. They grow different on Ryloth, says Just Fernie. That's kind of weird. Who the F lets a 10-year-old fly? I'm not saying nothing. My family is very heavy into cars. My grandpa collected cars and loved cars, and my dad ended up growing up to be somewhat of a car connoisseur himself, and his entire life has been cars. So my dad lets a 10-year-old fly. 6.5 for the episode now. What you talking about, Green Bear? XDO12 says Anakin was an expert racer, pilot at 9. True. He span. It was a good trick. Definitely an expert. Jacob Jackson says Hera's parents. Yeah, exactly. XDO12 says Kanan has the voice of a grown man, though, so I guess he wins in some of the maturity department. Yeah, I guess you could say his balls dropped and his voice got a little deeper, right? Luis Escalante said, what about that green CC? Is he addicted, acting by his wife, or at least trying? 9 out of 10 for Luis. I don't know, man. I honestly, I don't know what you meant by green CC. Maybe I'm just oblivious. Tim said, I mean, Anakin was young when he started flying. Yeah, you know. Anakin's also had the highest midichlorian count like ever, so, you know. The Force was with him. He was literally conceived by the Force and or Sheev Palpatine. So, no, he's conceived by the Force. What'd you think, Ashton? Let me know. Peace out, Green Bear. Have a good night, my dude. Legion Gaming says, what if they make a Vader animated series? I'm down for it. If they do that like the style of animation where Vader was at the end of season 8 of the Clone Wars, yes please. Unless that was season 7. Maybe I'm tripping out. That was season 7. Clone Commander. You talking about Hasher, or what was his name? Gosh dang. Hauser. What'd he say? What about the Green Commander? Is he acting by his will, or at least trying? That's a great question. He seems like the chip is not affecting him, but it's possible it's maybe on like a low setting, because we know they can kind of adjust it with what they did to Crosshair. I thought Crosshair's like haircut and look, because of the flames and everything, was kind of cool. Crosshair's on point with them shots, man. He shoots his shot and he always hits. Jedi Mike says, Sheev the Wise is a wizard. No, I'm a Sith. I'm a Sith Lord. A Sith Lord? Tim says, did we ever see this clone before? He looks dope, though. I feel like I've heard the name Hauser. Clone Commander Hauser. The reason I also think that, Hauser maybe is in control of his action is because he still has color. You see all the other clones have the like white armor, and obviously most of the ones we've seen were on Kamino, where of course they're gonna have like shiny armor or like newer armor, and then we've seen the Elite Squad, but almost every clone we've seen in this has had like really plain whited out armor as they transitioned into the Empire. And Hauser still had his coloring, and you see he's been there for a while. I feel like he was definitely more connected to himself than the rest of the clones are. Legion Gaming says, do you think Crosshair will die or continue to be evil, or be rescued from his chip/programming thing? Great question. I was kind of thinking maybe his chip would get damaged from all that damage he took. And I was hoping that he would eventually try to do a clone uprising and be kind of the leader of it. I don't think that's going to happen at this point. Star Wars Santa has been saying that he thinks he's going to be part of the Death Trooper program, even back early on in the Bad Batch. I did a video on how I think Crosshair could be in the Elite Squad, could potentially lead into the Death Trooper program, and that's kind of where I'm sitting at it right now. I think he's going to become part of the Death Troopers and the early stages. So we know the next couple of episode titles. Next week's episode title is called Rescue on Ryloth. Can only imagine what that means, And it's cool to see the Bad Batch is still working with Sid too. I thought that was a nice little nod there. It lets us know they're still working good with her. She hasn't betrayed them yet, so Devil's Deal didn't turn out to be Sid. And I'm happy about it. It was dope, man. That was sick. Just Fernie said he definitely had a lot of hesitation compared to the other clones who became a-holes. Exactly. Cashew says, damn, that was a good episode. And damn, it was. I gotta agree with you, bro. Rella says, I don't think to. Hopefully we get to see him next up. What are we talking about? Hauser? Yeah, man. XDO12 says, is the clone's name Hauser or Ballast? He's called Hauser in the episode, but Captain Ballast on his toy figure. Huh. Well, I take it Hauser since... I think definitely Hauser if they called him that in the episode. Ashton says, I love Twi'leks. Twi'leks are cool, man. Ryloth is a dope planet. Tim says, yo, y'all want to know why I know the Empire was the devil? Why, Tim? Tell me. Because Sheev is the devil? Oh, yes. XDO12 says, I'm down for Sid to appear in Mandalorian Season 3, Book of Boba, and other stuff. Me too, man. I think Sid is a cool character. Who knows how long she'll live? I don't think Transdoshans age much different than us, but I could be wrong. Tim says, the episode was literally called Deal with the Empire in my language. You could have told me that, bro. Luis Escalante says, I hope the commander escapes with the Bad Batch next episode. That'd be cool, but definitely, I don't know. He did seem very protective of Hera. Obviously, he was there before all this Empire stuff kind of went down. It seemed like he was helping out Cham before this. Him and Cham were pretty tight. So yeah, I gotta agree with you. That would be dope to see. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it would be cool. Hey, yeah, you gotta tell me what your German titles are, man. 2RB Milsim unit? Yeah. 2RB Milsim unit says, what unit is the clone commander based on? His armor looks like something new. It's a good question, man. I was wondering the same thing. I looked up Hauser. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Hold on. Nope. Huh. I don't know. What was the other name? Clone Commander Ballast. Ballast, the Clone Wars fandom. I'm trying to see, guys. I'm trying to figure out if this is Ballast or Hauser or whatever he goes by. Is there a picture of him? Do I have to sit through this? 1 second. Fast 9 Aftermath? What is this? I don't want to see Fast 9. We don't need family. What family? There's no picture of Ballast? What the heck? Appearances. Star Wars The Bad Batch. Maybe he is Ballast. Clone Command. Oh, Clone Captain. He's a Clone Captain? Where's the freaking pictures of him? That's annoying. They really don't have a picture of him, but they have this. Huh. Interesting. Alright. What are you gonna do? Ashton says, I don't think that clone has a chip, honestly. He was questioning everything. To be honest. And I definitely think, like someone else was saying, like, he could definitely have a connection with the Bad Batch and like, be like, this is wrong, like, kind of thing. Just Fernie says, I think the Empire is going to threaten the Syndulla for Hera's life. The dad will bend the knee, but the mom won't, so they'll kill her. Hera will hate her dad for bending the knee and not saving her mom. I don't think that will happen. I like the theory and where your head's at, and maybe you know more than us because you work at Galaxy's Edge, or now you work at Avengers Campus, but maybe you're right though. But I think from what we heard in Rebels, that I don't think that's really what happened, but maybe it is. Tim says, I mean, the German title wasn't leaked before. We only knew the original title. I just found out when it dropped. You should have told me at the beginning of the episode. Even though we instantly got the Empire. Star Wars only fan. Oh, Star Wars are only fan? What? Yeah, to be honest. FF9. Luis Escalante says, oh, that's Ballast. He came out of the Vintage Collection 4-pack. Search it. That's interesting. I guess it is Ballast, but they called him Hauser, I thought. I don't know. He's a captain. His name is Hauser Ballast? I think it's just Ballast or Hauser, one of the two. XDO12 says, anyways, it was an awesome episode, and I'm glad to get more Rebels connections. I hope we see the Lothal system at some point. Gotta go get some sleep. I have work in 6 hours. It's almost 4 a.m. Get some rest, XDO12. Thanks for stopping by. Before everybody else heads out, I do want to mention, once we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway on the show. If you weren't here at the beginning, we're giving away one Bad Batch member to 5 people who sign up in the Discord, or join our Discord. Our Discord is linked into the description below, and we're gonna do a giveaway on there. We're gonna give away all 5 members of the Bad Batch to 5 different members in the community. So go ahead and check out the Discord, and don't forget to be a subscriber of the channel, and smash like too while you're at it, please. It helps a lot on the channel, please. Ashhammer says, true, Fernie. What did Fernie say? I thought maybe because his face was all messed up, his chip might be messed up. Me too, Just Fernie. I was thinking his chip might be messed up, and he might end up, turning on the Empire, maybe. Still could happen, too. I just think it's less likely now. Yeah, I saw the toy ballast. Maybe I can, I'm going to go back to here and try and find a picture of that toy. I don't know, man. I don't see nothing on ballast. Probably in the wrong search engine too, but Clone Commander ballast. Huh. It's so weird. I really can't find nothing on ballast. E3 BF50 clone commander. He's a clone captain, isn't he? Maybe that's why it's not coming up. Clone captain. Oh, that is ballast. Yeah, I just looked it up too. Vintage collection. Huh. I thought they called him Hauser in the episode, but that definitely looks like ballast. That's cool though too. Yeah, Star Wars The Bad Batch. It is ballast. Cool. I thought they called him Bowser or Hauser. Bowser. If you search it up on YouTube, it pops up. Yeah, I found it. Bad Batch 4-pack. Yep. That's dope, man. That's dope. Hey, Just Fernie, again, if you're working at Galaxy's Edge this weekend, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there Saturday. Let me know if you're there, bro. I'll be lit. Just the fact he's questioning arresting a child seems like enough. I don't know, though. Maybe he does have the chip. Ashton, I'm with you, man. I really think he's protective of the Syndulla family, even though he probably shouldn't be with that, with a chip in his head, right? But then again, Rex did say some of the clones were immune to it. He indicated that, right? So maybe Hauser or Ballast, my bad. Maybe Ballast is just immune to the chip. It's possible. It is quite possible. Quite possible. Just sub, says Aaron Tomato. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. Again, go check out that description to join our Discord. Join our Discord to have a chance of winning one of those Bad Batch Funko Pops. Just Fernie says, I think I'll be in the campus. Darn, man. Darn. That sucks. But also enjoy your day, man. I hope it's fun working there. It seems like it would be pretty cool. Maybe stressful at times, but it seems pretty dope. I've always thought about working there. I really hope there are more than one season. Legion Gaming, I've already heard rumors that there is a second season, and that is somewhat confirmed, but not really, Sheev knows things. He's kind of wise. Yeah, dude, I think I'm hoping for 5 seasons. Four at the least, 4 at the least. Rello says, apparently they retconned that dude's death they shot. It's possible he survived too. I thought they said that it was an attempted assassination, and Crosshair would be the dude to be able to shoot somebody and not kill him. But he's probably dead though. So down for a second season, says Tim. Me too. Me too, man. I don't know if this is a as good as What If is gonna be, but this is pretty dope, man. This is pretty dope. I'm definitely excited for the rest of the Star Wars stuff coming out. You know, Book of Boba is gonna be lit. Book of Boba is gonna be lit. Go check out that other stream if you want to know the 2 characters that have been pretty much confirmed for the Book of Boba. I mean, there's other characters that we know about, but those are talked about in other streams. Tim, 4 or 5? I'm expecting 4 to 5 seasons. I'm hoping for 4 to 5 seasons. I think it'll probably be 3. Watch. Oh yeah, What If it looked really good? Legion Gaming says, like, there's so many stories, I don't think they can fit it in one season. Me either, man. Especially the pace that they're going at. You know, this is a classic first season style of a Star Wars animated series. You know, look at the other series, and this one's been honestly the best first season out of any of the shows. I think it has the most potential out of all the shows we've seen so far, and it might connect the two. You know, the 2 major animated shows. I cannot wait. I know it's only been a week, or it's only a week, but I'm so excited and can't wait for each episode. Me too, Legion Gaming. I always get super excited on Thursday because I'm like, get to cap off the end of the week with doing an awesome Bad Batch watch party, talking about the episode, and then I get to, you know, speculate all weekend. And then the next week comes and I'm like, darn, I want the next Bad Batch episode. Stay tuned for episode 9 guide. I think it's going to be pretty juicy this Monday. Luis Escalante says, what do you expect from Mando 3? I reckon Mando will try to join all the Mandalorians. Yeah, so Luis, I've heard recently that Mandalorian Season 3 is going to be a lot similar to Mandalorian Season 1. I won't talk too much about the leaks in Book of Boba just because I like you all and I want you to stay here. And if I start talking about leaks, some people might dip out for a minute. So we're going to keep it leak and spoiler free at the moment. But if you do want to check out the Book of Boba Fett spoilers, they do have an indication of what could potentially be in Mando 3. Book of Boba has been called a season 2.5 for Mando. So I think we're going to get some stuff in that could potentially lead into Mandalorian 3. And I definitely think Din Djarin is going to want to learn more about the Mandalorians. The whole premise of season 2 is trying to find Grogu's origins. And I wouldn't doubt, if Din tries to find his in the 3rd season. And it makes a lot of sense to me. And, you know, him having the Darksaber now, meeting Bo-Katan, having all these other ties, like, I definitely think they're going to go back to Mandalore, and, you know, it's supposedly glass, which would be kind of like a destroyed planet at this point, but, yeah, man, I don't know. I definitely think they're going to try and go back to Mandalore. I don't think it's really glassed at this point, but with the Empire, who knows, man? They're wild. They're wild out there. Will be dope. Travis Adams says, side note, just saw Black Widow tonight, and I think there's going to be another one after the way it ended. Don't spoil it, Travis Adams. But thanks for stopping in here after watching that too. Yeah, I'm excited to see that movie, and I definitely think there could be a second Black Widow. Florence Pugh is bae. Not really, but she's fire. I'd be down to see her play the Black Widow role again in the future. Aaron Tomato says, agree. Best debut season of all the animated series. The quality is unprecedented. Yeah, dude. Lucasfilm animation really takes that Lucas and puts it into the Lucasfilm, you know? George Lucas really, you know, made those dudes work, and they wanted to impress him when they were working on Clone Wars. When Disney bought the franchise, you know, they were the first people to put out a product. They put out Star Wars Rebels before almost anything else came out, and, you know, they had to rush the first season. And I think every time they make a show, it's just upped. I thought the story of Rebels is one of the best stories in all of franchise. The animation and season 7 of the Clone Wars. Some of the best animation we've ever had, and now they're topping it. And Joel Aaron is doing a great job leading that department and leading the FX and everything. This show is freaking beautiful, man. Some of the best animation I've ever seen. They really are setting the bar for animated series in the future and everything. Like, I look at What If, and that show looks really dope, and some of the animation looks pretty decent. But compared to this stuff, the animation is nothing, you know? It's awesome. Brick Twins Production says, Captain Hauser looks awesome. New favorite clone. Yeah, man, it looks like from the toys, his name was Captain Ballast, but I definitely heard them call him Hauser, so I think maybe it's possible the toy was just to throw us off. You know, they are calling toys by the wrong name these days, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna call him Hauser because I think Hauser is a cooler name than Ballast, if I'm being honest. Jedi Mike says, Grogu gonna grab that Darksaber and kick some butt. That would be sick, man. I would love to see a Krayt Dragon Pearl, because they do have Kyber in them, become Grogu's saber. You know, back in some old games, you could use, it's basically you could get a Krayt Dragon Pearl, and it said that they could be used in lightsabers, and they emit a like interesting hum or something about a different blade hum than most of them. And what's the most unique hum of them all? The Darksaber. So it's possible the Darksaber is a Krayt Dragon Pearl, or, you know, was used from a Krayt Dragon Pearl Kyber. And it's possible maybe baby Grogu gets his own at some point. Tim says, I'm not a fan of Visions. Some of it looks cool, and Star Wars anime can only be good. But I also feel it's not really... I would have loved it to have a whole thing. What? I get what you're saying, Tim. I get what you're saying. Jedi Mike says, read A New Dawn, where Hera and Kanan first met. Jedi Mike, I would be really down, and obviously I love those characters, and I have a huge stack of books. I'm currently reading all of this, so it's gonna take some time, and from the looks of it, that book might not even be canon anymore. So who knows, man? Who knows the way Dave is going these days? The Bargast says, I think that's the Bargast says, I'm watching season 3 of Rebels and see her mend her fractured relationship with her father there. This episode is a great dive into her past. It really is, man, and I'm gonna probably watch that episode pretty soon too. I love that show more than almost any other project in Star Wars, so I'm definitely gonna check it out again soon, and definitely in anticipation of next week, Rescue on Ryloth. Brick Twins Production says they changed the name, and his name, it was Hauser in the end credits. Solid. I like that a lot better. Thank you, Brick Twins. I like that a lot better. Luis Escalante says, if you were able to choose any video game studio for creating a Star Wars game, which one would you like? Rockstar could be a memorable Star Wars game, but that's impossible. I gotta say the Unreal Engine stuff, and the people they're working with that open world game, I feel like that's a match made in heaven for a Star Wars game. It definitely wouldn't be EA, I'll tell you that much. Rockstar is dope. I don't know, man. Unreal Engine stuff is just sick. I'm happy with the people that they're currently like in plans of working with. It's a great question though. That's a great question. I gotta look more into that. Ashhammer says, my theory is still that the Darksaber has a Krayt Dragon Pearl as a Kyber. Me too, man. I think it's definitely hinted at very heavily. Tim says, I'm not hating on Visions either though. I'm open to being surprised. I'm just nowhere near as excited for it than other stuff. Yeah, man, I've talked about a lot how I think it's going to shock some people. I was a little bit underwhelmed when I first saw it, but I'm definitely getting some hype back for it. I think it'll be fun, man. They have a lot of opportunity to do stuff we've never seen in Star Wars before. I'm excited for it. Travis Adams says, after season 7 of the Clone Wars, I was expecting Wasn't expecting crazy to happen in this show until the last 4 episodes, but early episodes are pretty good. Yeah, dude, there's definitely been some high 9, even 10 moments in this show. And, as a big Rebels fan and a big Clone Wars fan, it's hard to see them topping things, and they just knock it out of the park every time, man. I love Lucasfilm Animation. They're some of the best producers and creators on the planet, man. Such great people that really took that mold that George Lucas had of trying to improve every time that he creates a new product or a new show or movie, and they really took that stuff that they learned from him and created something amazing. I love Lucasfilm Animation. A new dawn now. No Jedi. No. I will soon. We'll see. If Hera doesn't meet Kanan, I'll buy that book and read it now for you. All right? No, I won't read it. Sheev squints more than Tommy Chong. That's just how my eyes are though too, and I definitely squint when I'm reading. I love it, says Legion Gaming. So much lore, I'm gonna explode. Me too, bro, me too. Sorry I squint all the time. I should get closer and let you guys see how little I actually squint. No, I definitely squint a lot. Tim says, some people just want to be petty for no reason. This was a classic Star Wars adventure for me. I don't know what people are talking about on Twitter. I guess I should check the tweeters. But I thought this episode was freaking dope. I love it. Maybe it's just because I'm a huge Rebel simp, but let's check the tweeters. Tweeters. Aaron Tomato followed me. Thank you, Aaron Tomato. Let's see. I'm going to search it up. Bad bitch. What are people talking about? Alright, let's see. The latest stuff. Everybody's in love with Hauser. Hauser's hairstyle in this was dope, I gotta say. He was sick. I like his character a lot too. The Bad Batch spoilers. I'm having a breakdown. Omega and Hera are best friends. Yeah, that's dope. He's so genuine and pure, just as the clones always were before Order 66. They're talking about Hauser. Everyone loves Hauser. That's cool. Yeah, I think we're going to see more of Hauser, to be honest. Or he's going to help Hera escape, probably. It seems like most people like the episode, to be honest. Maybe my Twitter is just more positive than everyone else's, but all I see is good stuff. Just remember that Hunter is the only reason this monstrosity exists. What? What? Wow, didn't age a day, says someone about Chopper. No, he didn't. Chopper didn't age at all. That was dope. Twitter is lit, man. Twitter is a fun place. It's a fun place. Legion Gaming Star Wars Visions is an anthology anime series coming soon. What is Visions show you guys are talking about? Yeah, so Visions is the Star Wars anthology show that's going to be created by some of the best anime producers and production companies in the world. And there's going to be, I think, 9 different short episodes or mini movies, I guess you could call them, that are created by different production companies. And they're going to come all out at once, September 22nd. I think it'll be pretty dope. They're not going to be canon stories, but that means the potential of them is limitless. We could see some pretty crazy stuff that could inspire future Star Wars stories. I'm excited for it, man. I love anime and I love Star Wars, and I think the two are going to be a really nice connection. Even if it's not canon stories, in a way it's almost better that they're not canon stories, as we get to see some really fun stuff in it. I'm hyped for it, though. I think it'll be dope. Squinters from the Sandlot. Tim says, yeah, that Omega and Hera interaction was dope. It was, man. It was cool to see. I really loved the whole, like, Hera having a feeling and the Bad Batch kind of just, like, laughing about it or being like, a feeling? Vader's Lair, did you just say that Twitter is a positive, happy place? I said that in a very sarcastic way, bro. But yes, my Twitter actually is quite positive. All I do is tweet at Daniel Logan and ask him when he's going to come into the Bad Batch, because we need Boba Fett in the Bad Batch, and I want Logan to voice him. Actually, though, for real, my Twitter is a pretty positive place. Go check out my Twitter at Vader's Lair, and in the link in the description down below. We also have our Discord link, and you can join the Discord to have a chance of winning one of the 5 Bad Batch Funko Pops that we're giving away at 500 subscribers. Check out at Vader's Lair on Twitter, though. It is a pretty positive Twitter page. I'm gonna say it. I love Twitter personally. I use it in a positive way. I'm just luring you to the dark side secretly. Sheev has his ways of evil Twitter. We'll see, though. Just Fernie says, I'm kinda into anime, but I feel like Visions is going to turn me into a full anime fan. Haha. Yes, I agree, man. I mean, I love anime. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Demon Slayer, Naruto is pretty lit, although it's long as hell. There's a lot of filler in it, but there's some really good anime out there. I love me some anime, and I think Star Wars anime gonna be top notch. Tim says same. You just gotta follow Sheev and your Twitter gets positive. I don't know about that, but my tweets are usually positive. The stuff I follow on Twitter is positive. I don't follow any of that toxic stuff, or I just don't like it or retweet it most of the time. Obviously, I joke around with the stuff like Boba Fett's starship and Captain Ballast, when his name is Vader's Lair has 1,000 plus tweets adding Daniel Logan, says Proxy. That's not true. It's like 30. Relax. Levi Bond says, hey y'all, episode was dope, but the canon contradictions make me cry on the inside. Yeah, so I didn't read New Dawn yet, but I definitely feel like they're about to poop all over that canology. Yeah, and it's something to remind you of, Levi. Dave doesn't care about paper, and he definitely, those are really his characters, and he's gonna do what he wants with them. Yo, we talking Hauser? Everybody's talking Hauser, bro. I was checking Twitter, and it really seems like the feedback on Hauser is very positive. I thought he was a really cool clone character. I don't think his chip is like activated, or I think he's one of the ones that Rex was alluding to as that they're kind of immune to it, you know. I'd be interested to figure out why Hauser doesn't have, isn't seemingly under the spell of the chip. Dave is a savage, says Tim. He is. Dirty Dan. What? I'm Dirty Dan, says, do you guys think all these Disney Plus shows, it'll lead into one big event with Thrawn? Yes, so something I haven't really talked about on this channel, other than Kevin Feige's movie that I talked about last stream, is the potential for the Filoniverse, if you will, to conjoin at the end. I saw an article that I was reading the other day too that kind of brought this up, how Star Wars is kind of leading into some like big finale that's going to tie in all these Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau shows that's going to culminate in some type of Avengers level event, and I definitely think that could lead into Thrawn. There's a whole bunch of novels on Thrawn. We have Heir to the Empire that's not even canon anymore, and he is the heir to the Empire, so I definitely think it could all lead up to that. I'd love to see Rebels, Clone Wars characters, Bad Batch characters, Book of Boba, Mando, like all these stuff to just conjoin and meet up to confront Thrawn. That would be really, really cool, and some like Avengers level type of movie. I think that's definitely possible, and I haven't really talked about it much, but I think it is going to happen. Levi Bond says, LOL, I meant with Lords of the Sith, Orn Freyta is meant to be alive for another 5 years. Not anymore. Yeah, I felt like they said that it was an attempted assassination. I gotta watch it back, but he definitely looked dead. So yeah, it would be a little bit of a canon issue there. Where do you rank on Star Wars Resistance versus Rebels and Clone Wars, etc., says Jedi Mike. Apparently he ain't dead, says Levi. Yeah, I thought he survived. I actually thought he survived. Luis Escalante says, Yuzon Vong War. Please, Disney. I think it's possible. It's possible. I'd love to see that. But yeah, to answer Jedi Mike's question, I'm not a huge fan of Resistance. I never even finished the whole thing just because I wasn't that into it, to be honest. I should give it another try, but Rebels just beats out Clone Wars for me. Not by much, but it definitely does. Star Wars Infinity War and Endgame, says Legion Gaming. Sign me up! Yeah, dude, sign me up too. I don't know if we're gonna get an Infinity War Endgame anytime soon, but definitely an Avengers level movie at some point. I'm all for it. Dirty Diane says, agreed. Me too. Yeah, dude, on Luis, I had totally... Yuzon Vong War would be a great way to tie in all this movie stuff and all these shows. I think it would be dope. Yeah, so yeah, Levi, I definitely think Orin Free Taw definitely survived. I'm pretty sure. You know, if anybody is gonna shoot somebody from that far of a distance and know how to keep them alive, it's probably gonna be Crosshair. Levi Bond says, LOL, Resistance is my least favorite Star Wars thing, so that should tell you something. I'm a certified shill. Exactly, bro. I do not like Kaz is like alright, I guess. Like, there's moments where I thought he was cool when I was watching, but I couldn't get past like 6 or 7 episodes into that show. Tim says, I want Mando season 3 with a sad face. I do too, man. I do too. You know, I was really hoping this December would be Mandalorian 3. And we're getting Mando season 2.5 with Book of Boba. No, but I'm definitely sad that it seems like we're probably not going to get Mando season 3 until the end of next year. I think that's kind of disappointing, but it's okay. Book of Boba Fett will fill our hearts. I hope. Levi says, wow, a man of culture putting Clone Wars over Rebels like that. I put Rebels over Clone Wars, bro. What you talking about? Clone Wars is definitely amazing, and it has a very, very, very special place in my heart. But just the time period of my life when I was watching Rebels and how many times I've seen it and how that show hit my soul. The World Between Worlds, Ezra, Ahsoka, Kanan, all that stuff hit me in the soul, man. And Rebels just barely edges it out by like that much. You barely see it. Tim says the Book of Boba is really good and Mando season 3 will slap even more. I can't even wait. All the build up and all the hype is gonna be incredible. It is, Tim. I'm already hyped. Levi says, oh, I said the wrong thing. Yes, I am I see you are a man of culture, putting Rebels over Clone Wars. Oh yes, I am quite the man of culture. Oh yes. I meant to say what you said. I agree fully. Yeah, dude. Rebels is fire. maybe I have a little shill in me too. I do like I ship that crazy relationship of Kylo and Raylo. That's what it's called. Legion Gaming says, at Vader's Lair, if there's a big event, I hope a major character doesn't die like it did in the with Iron Man and Endgame. Wow, I think it's possible. Obviously, Luke doesn't die, but what if wow, I just had a mind-blowing moment right now. What if the Yuzon Vong War happens, or just a big conflict with the remnants of the Empire, in which Thrawn is battling like Luke, and Luke could potentially meet up with Ahsoka for this, and Ahsoka sacrifices herself, and that's why we hear her voice in Episode 9, and it would explain a further reason as to why Luke is super depressed in the place that he is during The Last Jedi. I think it's actually super possible, and it would make a lot of sense. Wow. I hope that doesn't happen because I love Ahsoka, but holy crap. Grogu's not gonna die. Don't start with me. Bruh. That's probably gonna happen, man. I feel like Ahsoka is gonna sacrifice herself for Luke. Damn. Mando's not gonna die either. Stop that. Vader's lair. Ahsoka dies in Rebels, I think. That is why we have her voice. Ahsoka does not die in Rebels. At the end of Rebels, she gets pulled. At least, if she did die in Rebels, Ezra went back and changed time in the world between worlds and saved her. We know for a fact Ahsoka lives. I mean, we even saw it in the end credits of Rebels. Have you not seen Rebels, man? Because it's a very, very crucial show, and it's freaking fantastic. He says, "Welp, I know I'm gonna binge watch Star Wars Rebels tonight." Definitely go watch Star Wars Rebels, Legion Gaming, because she definitely survives, and she definitely was in Mando, and that takes place after Rebels. Just Fernie says she couldn't save Anakin, but she can save his son. She said save her son. Yeah, she can save Luke, man. Definitely. Ahsoka lives, says hashtag Ahsoka lives, says Jedi Mike. What if she has to sacrifice herself, though? That would be wild, man. That would be wild. Proxy says I have no intention of watching Resistance at all. Neither do I. Aiden talks Star Wars topics. Says hello to Levi Bond. What's up, Aiden? How are you, man? Man, that was a good episode of Bad Batch, though. Dirty Dan says maybe by 2025 we can have the Avengers type movie for Star Wars. What if the Kevin Feige movie in 2027 with just talking about him earlier today. What's his name? The writer for Loki and Doctor Strange. Shoot. I can't think of his name. The dude that's working on Kevin Feige's movie with him. I can't think of his name right now. I'm too tired. But yeah, what if that is the Avengers like of course the Feige movie would be the Avengers level movie, right? Levi says, I can't wait to see Luke and Ahsoka meeting. Me too, bro. I've wanted it for so long, and that's why I started to think, because he was like, Avengers type movie, I don't want anyone to sacrifice. I'm like, oh my god, it makes sense to me now. Jedi Mike says, at proxy, traitor. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of the night. Tim says, I feel like they're going to explain the world between worlds and Ahsoka and her bond with Ezra. Me too, man. They've been really hinting at it with the whole title cards, or, the way, I guess the artwork for the show that we've seen, for the title and everything. Definitely looks pretty Worlds of Worldy to me, and I want more of the world between worlds, so give it to me. Kevin Feige? I said Kevin Feige? Oh no. Cancel me instantly. You know what? Kevin Feige. I said Kevin. I probably just said it really fast. Kevin Feige is foolish to be dropping in Black Widow the same night as freaking Bad Batch. What is you doing, Kevin Feige? Star Wars or Legion Gaming says SWCU Star Wars Cinematic Universe. Yes, SWCU. I'm down with it. SCU. Yeah, there you go. Dirty Dan says, I mean, if you think about it, Thrawn is honestly a Thanos level villain, man. He's crazy. His intellect is definitely up there. So yeah, I agree with you. And I would love to see it. Just Fernie says, I'd rather watch Last Jedi on half speed than try to watch Resistance. Oh, you're just being a savage now. Levi says, I know I'm late to the stream, but why the hell is Ballast named Hauser? So weird. Yo, I was wondering the same thing, and I guess they just changed his name in the show. I think his name was just Ballast on the toys. I don't know. I don't remember him being in other stuff, but maybe he just changed his name when everything went down, too. Who knows, man? I kind of like Hauser better than Ballast, though. I don't know about you. Proxy says, Star Wars Battle Royale for the finale. Every man for themselves. Jedi Mike says his first name is Hauser Ballast. I don't know about that one, but maybe. Just Fernie says no, Luke should be alive. What are we talking about now? Where was that? What was that to? But isn't Luke already dead, so Ahsoka can't save her? No. Luke is alive during the Ahsoka show. Levi Bond says, yeah, it was on the toys. Just a weird thing to have on the toys if it isn't right. Well, Levi, as I said earlier, they apparently they like calling toys the wrong thing on the box, so you know how it goes. They talking TLJ. They taking shots, bro. Tim says, I would love to have a Thrawn set up as the big bad and have an even bigger threat come in, so Thrawn and the good people gotta unite. Dude, me too. I was gonna say that earlier. I just didn't know if that would actually be, a thing. I think a lot of people were talking about Ezra potentially being a dark side user by the time we see him again, with being with Thrawn and everything. And honestly, I think it's possible that, blasting off into the outer regions, the unknown space regions, the chaos, if you will, I think it's most likely that if anyone's going to find Thrawn and Ezra, it's going to be the first people that will are the Chiss. And I think, honestly, Thrawn being around Ezra might make him a little bit better of a person. I don't think he's going to be a great guy still. And I think, there's a region, the magistrate that Ahsoka's after, she's like, where's Thrawn? Like, who really knows how bad of a guy Thrawn is? Obviously, the magistrate wasn't very good, so I doubt Thrawn is a very good dude at this point. But I definitely think Thrawn is the type of dude that would unite with them to take down a threat like the Yuuzhan Vong, And we have seen the Yuuzhan Vong artwork for unfinished Clone Wars episodes, so Dave would be open to putting them into it. What is we talking about in here now? Legion Gaming says, at Vader's Lair, you are now my second favorite person just for the fact that I can't discuss a fanboy over the start with you and other. For sure, man. I'm happy you're here, Legion Gaming. Thanks for coming by. Aiden Talks Star Wars topic says, Levi Bond, did you already bring up on this episode how this episode messes with Lords of the Sith? He did. I haven't read that book, but and actually I talked about how that guy survived. Actually, he didn't die. I wasn't sure of it, but Levi kind of confirmed it for me. Bad Batch showing up and the Bad Batch attack shuttle. Yeah, man, I was like, whoa, is that the Bad Batch attack shuttle? No. Jim says, can't wait to see all that stuff come together. Me too, man. I cannot wait to see how Filoni does it. Levi Bond says, I just watched it back and the short hits his Leku and he's twitching, Aiden. Yeah. Cross, like I said before, if anyone's gonna know how to shoot someone and like have them survive, it's Crosshair. That was a good shot. Legion Gaming, yeah. For sure. Jedi Mike says Holdo maneuver. You just talking about how it's dope in your opinion? Because I think the artwork that we see for Visions that looks similar to the Holdo maneuver looks pretty lit. Dirty Dan says, I want to know more about the Crimson Dawn and Maul. Still, not gonna lie. Me too, man. And I think there's definitely a possibility that we see them in future seasons. I don't think we'll see that in this. But we also have the Lando show coming out eventually. I don't know when that comes out, to be honest. But I definitely think we're going to explore more of the Crimson Dawn Syndicate in the Lando show. Tim says, Cad Bane knows how to shoot and let people survive too. Yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong there. Apparently Boba Fett does too. Levi Bond. Yeah, that was a funny one. Jedi Mike, A New Dawn now. Jedi Mike, I told you already. I'm not going to read it until I know that it's canon still. Proxy says New Dawn is about to be as useless as the Kanan comic. Exactly, bro. Like I'll read it eventually for sure, but I don't know right now. It's not a priority. Crosshair had a gnarly bum on his Yeah, dude. Oh, burn or bum? No, gnarly bum on his head. Yeah, man. He definitely did. It seems Crosshair injuries haven't affected his chip. Nah, and I was kind of hoping they would, Aiden. I was really hoping they would. I wanted to see Crosshair lead the Camino Uprising, but I think he's going to be a Death Trooper at this point, especially the way he's looking. Just Fernie said they should make the sequel to Solo a Disney Plus show. I think that's totally what it is. I think that's what Lando is going to be. Kira sent for real. You know what? I agree with that. I will bend the knee to that queen. For sure. Jedi Mike says no retcon. How do you know though? There's definitely going to be a retcon. The Kanan comic is so dope. Read it anyway. I actually YouTube read it, if you will. I listened to it at work one day. I love that comic too. I thought the way that Filoni did it in the show was really good too. But that comic was actually really, really cool. Everyone here should read the Kanan comic at some point. Freaking Jedi Mike. I'm a simp for Kira. We need to see her back, says Proxy. Go read the War of the Bounty Hunter comics, man. You'll get your fill. Luis Escalante says, what's your opinion about the sequel trilogy? Personally, I want them to retcon it on Ahsoka show, or at least put them on another timeline. They limit the future for Star Wars for sure. Star Wars will live longer than us. Luis Escalante, I'm in total agreement in the statement that you said about Star Wars living longer than us. It absolutely will. And you know, I part of the reason I'm a crazy Star Wars fan and I want to stay up doing these, you know, watch parties and stuff is I want the content right when I can get it. A lot of the times I'm still trying to catch up on these books. I'm not a great reader, if I'm being honest, but yeah, I love this type of stuff. I love the canology of it. I love it all, man. I want it as fast as I can. In terms of retconning the sequels, I don't think they're gonna do that. I'm not really for it. You know, a lot of people love the sequels. I'm not a huge sequel fan, since you asked me what my opinion is. Force Awakens I thought was a great movie. I enjoyed it a lot. The Last Jedi, the first couple views I saw of it, I enjoyed it. I actually really liked it the first time I saw it, and the more and more I watched it, I was like, I had my own, you know, gripes with it. I don't think it's a bad movie by any means. I actually enjoy Rian Johnson's work. I think he's a pretty good director. But yeah, man, I'm not a huge fan of The Last Jedi, and Episode 9, a lot of people say Episode 9 is like the worst of the sequel trilogy, or, you know, a lot of people had like divisions on this or that with it. I've only seen it a handful of times, but I actually like Episode 9 better than The Last Jedi. I mean, I haven't watched either very many times, and I haven't watched them very recently. And I do want to give the sequel trilogy another chance at some point. I'm just, you know, I don't always have the time to do so. I'm definitely going to give it a second chance, though. I don't hate it by any means. I'll tell you that much. I think definitely at some point in my life, I'll come to, you know, find things in the movies and view, you know, look at the things that I actually really like about them instead of being nitpicky. But yeah, I don't think they will retcon them in the Ahsoka show. If anything, a split, like I'm down for a split timeline. You brought that up. I think it would be cool. I think Star Wars needs some type of craziness like that. Like, look how the MCU is killing it with Loki, with the whole multiverse stuff. Spoilers for that. My bad if you're into that and didn't know. But there's multiverse implications all over it. There's multiverse implications all over the MCU right now. And yeah, man, I'm definitely thinking Star Wars needs something like that. They need some big stuff. I don't think they should retcon the sequel trilogy at all. If anything, maybe make it a separate timeline, but I'm not really into that either. I'm very excited to see what they do with the World Between Worlds, though. I definitely think it's going to tie into Ahsoka, but you don't have to retcon the sequels, man. Well, we don't need to do that. Dirty Dan says Donald Glover for Lando show. I'm pretty sure, and I'm all for it. I love Donald Glover. I love me some Childish Gambino. Jedi Mike says Sheev the Wise. The more you hang in LA with this Jedi, the more you'll come to the light side. Possibly, man. Possibly. What else are we talking about? Legion Gaming says Vader's Lair. I heard the clones eventually rebelled as their importance fell away from humans replacing him. The Empire, so the possibility that Crosshair can lead a rebellion is not out of the door yet. Yes, so in Legends, we actually know that I'll read that in a minute, Levi. In Legends, we know there was uprising on Kamino, but obviously that was Legends, and we have no confirmation. I definitely think it's possible, and I think if it happens, who better to send in to kill off all the clones and take out the Kaminoans than the dog of Sheev, the apprentice Darth Vader. Especially during this time period, I think it would be cool to see, and I definitely want to see it in the Bad Batch at some point. Probably not this season, but at some point in the show, I definitely think it's going to be something that happens, something that we see. Levi Bond says, LOL, I've seen each Star Wars movie like 20 times, watched Empire the other day, and that movie is still superb. I'm with you, bro. I've seen most of the movies like 20 times. I saw each of the sequel movies at least 3 or 4 times in the theater, and it was dope, man. I definitely enjoyed them a lot in the theater. Man, YouTube's a fickle game because there's a lot of negativity around, and I used to watch a lot of the different channels that kind of gave me a bad vibe with the sequels. And like I said, I do want to head back into them and, give them another chance. And there's a lot of things that I actually really love about them. I think the sequels have... Don't cancel me for this, for you sequel haters. Stop this. But I think the sequels have some of the best music and just... John Williams in the sequels went off, man. This fool was doing hit after hit. The Scavenger is probably my favorite freaking song. That's why I had Tim adapt the Scavenger and Ray's theme into my beat that I play every stream. So I definitely am gonna give the sequels another chance, and at some point I will watch them at least 20 times, just like you, Levi. I'm sure you'll be at like 100 at that point, but I'm definitely going to give them a watch. I might even fall asleep to Force Awakens tonight. We'll see. Aaron Tomato says, I've heard someone say that The Rise of Skywalker is somehow better and worse than The Last Jedi at the same time. I kind of agree, LOL, says Aaron Tomato. I get what you're saying there. And I don't think either of them is like awful, if that's what you're trying to say, but yeah. Levi Bond says, no one's gonna cancel you for liking the GOAT John Williams. At least they better not. Yeah, dude, I actually had the opportunity. I went with my mom and my girlfriend a couple years back, and we saw John Williams playing at the Hollywood Bowl. That was honestly one of the coolest concerts and experiences I've ever had in my life. And he actually brought Kobe Bryant onto the stage, and Kobe released his Dear Basketball video for the first time, and I was there live to see that. It was kind of cool. Like I said, one of the craziest, coolest concert experiences in my life. So happy I got to see a John Williams concert, man. I love John Williams. Proxy said, sequels had me in the theater like Luke dangling on Bespin. Legion Gaming says, I am a heretic for thinking the animated shows are better than the movies. Legion Gaming, I don't entirely disagree with you. I think the way that the animated shows are written and the amount of time we spend with the characters gives us a lot more like depth and feeling to them. And in a way, I struggle to decide what my favorite piece of Star Wars content is between Rebels and Revenge of the Sith, because those are my two, and then probably Empires after that, or Clone Wars. So it's like, I totally get what you're saying with the animated shows potentially being better than the movies. I just don't know. It depends on my mood. Dirty Dan says, to be honest, I'm gonna go back to the sequels once Disney fully patches up the gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. These Disney Plus shows might give me a new perspective in a good way, I hope. Dirty Dan, I definitely think that's a good way to play it. I know they're filling in a lot of that with other things like books and stuff right now too. So definitely you should probably get into all of that stuff and soak up this Star Wars content, man. There's a lot of stuff we're getting, and I definitely think they're going to find a way to tie all of this in pretty perfectly. Lucasfilm is good at that. The story team is pretty good at that. Aaron Tomato says, nah, I don't think the sequels are awful. Just really poorly planned, but I enjoy watching them. They're definitely fun movies. I definitely will say The Last Jedi is beautiful. That movie is gorgeous. What else is we talking about? Yeah, no one's going to cancel me. Thank God. Jedi Mike says Rogue Squadron movie. Fire, fire, fire. Possibly. I think it could be very, very good. We'll see. Just Fernie says, I don't want them to reset everything. I would just want a big time jump. It would be crazy if we skipped like 75 years and saw like old Rey with a robot arm, old Grumpy Poe, Jedi Master Finn, and Grogu. I don't know where I sit on that, man. I'm down to see a lot more of Rey. I want to see Finn actually training with her and becoming like the two of them rebuilding the Jedi Order. I think that would be really, really cool to see. A lot of people don't want to see future sequel stories, and like for me, I'm like, dude, give me them. Like if you can find a way to like, make these movies, like improve these movies with other movies and like, make those like a prequel to something else, like I'm down for it, man. I'm down to see Rey. I want to see good stories, and like I'm not saying the sequels are bad by any means, but I think they can definitely do a lot more with these characters that we didn't see in the sequels, and they definitely still have the potential to do that in future titles. So I'd be excited at the prospect of future Finn and Rey content. I would be excited for that, truly. Legion Gaming says, I would go crazy if they did a movie or show about the old freaking Republic. Me too, man. I don't even know much about it. I've always been super interested in Revan, and I want to know more about it. At the very least, we need new games, new games or just remastered versions at the very least. For like new consoles and stuff though, not update it please. Levi Bond says, I want Jedi Finn so bad. Finn earned being a Jedi by this point. Exactly, dude. And honestly, if I have any gripes with the sequels, that's probably one of my main ones. And I don't hate the sequels by any means, but I definitely think they did John Boyega and the Finn character a little dirty. I wanted something more in episode 8, The Last Jedi. I wanted to see more progression from Finn than we got, and I didn't like the Canto Bite stuff. That was really my major gripe with it. I didn't want to see any wasted time, and I felt like they kind of wasted my time with that, like 30 minutes of the episode. But that was just me. That's just my opinion. And I understand it. It's okay. I wanted to see more of Jedi Finn though. I definitely don't feel like we got enough. Aiden Talks Star Wars Topics says, The Acolyte is one of my most anticipated series. Me too, dude. I definitely think Leslie is going to do really good with that show. A lot of people have been hating on her, and like, honestly, the way they've been asking her questions has just been stupid, man. Like, the reporters need to step up and stop doing all this clickbait LGBT stuff. Like, I feel like she's tired of getting asked those questions. Like, she's gonna do what she's gonna do. I'm excited to see that show though. I think she's gonna do a great job with it. I'm very excited for that. Levi Bond says, if you want to get into the era of KOTOR, read the comic run by John Jackson Miller. I definitely should. Thank you for that recommendation, Levi. I'll see if my local comic book store has it. If not, I might order it on Amazon if it's there. I'll see what's your recommendation for finding that, Levi? Legion Gaming says, I heard that they were doing something about the High Republic. If you know anything, can you tell me? I don't know, Legion Gaming. I'm just getting into the High Republic. I barely have gotten into the Light of the Jedi. What I'm really looking forward to is reading this, because everybody is freaking raving over the Rising Storm right now. Kevin Scott's an OG, and I'm trying to get through the Light of the Jedi to get to that book. And honestly, I wish I could tell you more about the High Republic, because I'm a canon junkie, and not knowing stuff in the canon makes my head spin. Jonathan Jackson Miller wrote A New Dawn, says Jedi Mike. I knew I had heard that name. I guess I will have to give both of those a read. Those are definitely on my list. I promise you, Jedi Mike, A New Dawn is on my list. It's not like I don't want to read it. New Switch mastered game. What says Jedi Mike? What? Dirty Dan says, I wonder what happened with Delta Squad. I don't know, man. I've been going for almost 2 hours and 10 minutes. My goodness. They actually just released it in a huge... Oh. They actually just released it in a huge omnibus this week if you're into physical comics. But in terms of ease, the access Comixology is the way to go. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Seriously. I'll have to... I know Star Wars Santa has some comics on his Discord. I'll have to check out if he still has those, or if he has that run. You know, I'll definitely have to check that out. Thank you. Dirty Dan says, "Is the High Republic a replacement for the Old Republic, or are the two separate things? Please don't kill me. I'm a noob when it comes to the Old Republic stuff." Pretty sure it's definitely different. I actually think the High Republic happens sooner, if I'm not mistaken. It's a good question, though. I bet you Levi Bond knows, if anyone. I definitely think the High Republic would have happened later. It happens probably a couple hundred, I think like 200 or 300 years before Episode 1, Phantom Menace. It's a Legends run. I think Santa's Discord is all canon. Okay, thank you, Levi, for sure. Legion Gaming says, "I want to know what happened to Commander Cody." I think we all do, kind of, but at the same time, I kind of know what happened to him, and it's gonna be sad, man. I don't think Rex is gonna be able to save his homie. I think he's stuck with the Empire, if I'm being honest. Sorry to break it to you, man. Sorry to break it to you. Just Fernie says, "The High Republic is the time between the Old Republic and Episode 1. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Dirty Dan says, okay, thank you for the clarification. No problem, man. Two separate time periods, 200 years before the prequel trilogy. Exactly, Jedi Mike. It's very different, says Dirty Dan. Old Republic is around 4,000 years before A New Hope, while the High Republic is about a few hundred. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you for clarifying, Levi. I knew you would know the exact, like. Proxy says, where is Cody and Kenan? Where? It's so funny to me. Like, honestly, like, my brother growing up was a big fan of Commander Cody, and I never really understood it. I was kind of like, he's cool, you know, but, you know, like, I don't know. I don't see it. And then Clone Wars came out, and we got Captain Rex, and I was like looking at him like, this captain guy, he's way cooler than your freaking commander. So I became a big Rex simp, and he's always a big Cody simp. And yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think it's pretty clear what happens to Cody after Revenge of the Sith, and I've always liked Rex a lot more than Cody, a lot more. I like that they're homies, though. Tim says Rex was always way cooler than Cody. Levi Bond says, coming in here with the Cody disrespect, huh? Nah. There's no disrespect to Cody. It's just a sibling rivalry, if anything. Cody's cool, but I don't need the rest of his story. I know how sad and tragic his story's going to be. I don't need that sadness in my heart. I don't need that on Rex. I don't think Rex is going to be able to, you know, save him. Jedi Wife says, Wolf simp. Wolf's cool. I love his armor. Ashton says Rex is cooler, but Cody is the man's. Don't hate on me for that. I have the Cody Funko Pop, and I love it because he's holding a little hologram of Sheev. But yeah, man, I definitely yeah. Legion Gaming says the clones are the biggest tragedy in Star Wars. To be honest, and that's one of the main reasons I love the Clone Wars. As a kid, my brother and I both thought it was so cool how you really get to see the clones were personified in the Clone Wars. Like, that was the first time we really get to see like their perspective of the war. Otherwise, it was just brief cameo scenes of them all looking like Tamora Morrison, or you know, the other Clone Wars series, or Battlefront 2, the OG version, where you don't really get much of them other than them fighting. So that's why one of the big reasons I love the Clone Wars, and I totally agree that the clones are the biggest tragedy. Like, they kill their brothers unwillingly, you know. Proxy says Rex is cooler than Cody, but Cody is the OG. That's true. Dirty Dan says, who has the most dripped out armor in Clone Wars, though? Good question. Wolf is definitely up there. Guy has a Funko Pop and thinks he's okay. Fives is probably my favorite clone other than Rex, and I think his armor is dope. Tough to say though. Gregor has some dope commando armor, so I'll put him in that combo. The Cody fan club has your number, says Levi Bond. Uh-oh. I'm making enemies tonight. Just Fernie says, I want Cody to come out in live action in the Obi-Wan show, and his mission is to find Obi-Wan or kill him and ask for forgiveness. I like that a lot, man. If we get Cody in the Bad Batch, that would be sick. Or sorry, Cody in the Bad Batch would be sick, but Cody and Obi-Wan would be even deeper. I think that makes a lot of sense. I've been talking with people a lot lately, and I had, we noticed, I think my good homie Stormy noticed that Tamora Morrison was sporting a bit of a beard there in his Polynesian spa video, and we both kind of looked at it and thought maybe he'll play Rex in Obi-Wan. And I think that's very possible, and we could see Rex and Cody meeting up. You know what's possible? We could maybe see Rex and Cody in a Clone Wars flashback with Anakin and Obi-Wan in the Obi-Wan show, and then we could end up seeing both of them in 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. I think that would be sick. That would be awesome. Levi Bond says Neo has pretty sweet armor. Yeah, bro, for sure. For sure. Tim says, oh my god, why is he thinking the same stuff all the time? Shush, Tim. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Proxy says, Echo and Five's ARC Trooper armor is fire. I totally agree with you. Echo has some of the coolest armor too, especially the Bad Batch armor. It's so sick. I love it. Levi Bond says, I always imagined Doom was like a Phase 2 Captain Locke. Yeah, for sure. Grogu with the white boba armor for the win, says Jedi Mike. No, it's gonna be friggin' Omegas. Shout out to Stormy, for sure. For sure. Hello, these are deep cuts. No one is gonna know what I'm saying. Yeah, even I you know what? I know exactly who you're talking about with Doom, bro. I love that clone. I definitely agree with you. Dave is so meta for that. Dirty Dan says, I just wanted to see a real clone armor in live action since the prequel clones were all CG. Yeah, I agree, bro. It would be dope. I think we might get it in Obi-Wan. Just Fernie says, Jedi Clone Wars armor is the best armor, hands down. Nah, that's not bad. Jedi Mike says, Omega. Aiden Talks Star Wars topic says, Eathcott's clone commander at Levi Bond. That's dope too. Tim says, LOL. No, why are you always reading my stuff wrong? I don't know, Tim. It's just how it goes. Gregor has the best armor though. Why is he thinking this? I don't know, bro. Well, Aiden, I knew you would know. What did Aiden know? Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, I've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm getting real tired. It's about to be 2 a.m. where I live. I got work at 6 a.m. That was a freaking dope episode, though. I love seeing the past of Hera. I loved hanging out with you guys tonight. I'm glad we got a pretty banger episode tonight. You know, this one was a surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. So I definitely enjoyed this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I cannot wait until Monday when we get the episode guide for episode 11 of The Bad Batch. I think it's gonna have some pretty juicy stuff in it. I can't wait to rewatch some of this, go back to Rebels and watch some of the early episodes, or some of the Hera episodes with her dad, and like see that past again and try to figure out what's gonna happen with her mom, because I definitely think something tragic will happen to her. Next week, tune in for episode 12. It is titled Rescue on Ryloth. I'm excited for it. I cannot wait for next week. I want it to be next week already. And yeah, man, I'm really happy with the Bad Batch so far. Before we head out of here, go check the description. The description. My Twitter is linked in there, @Vader's Lair, and our Discord. When we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to be doing a Funko Pop giveaway. We're going to be giving away all 5 members of the Bad Batch to 5 lucky subscribers and members of the Discord. You got to join the Discord to enter for a chance to win in that. Once again, that's going to be once we hit 500 subscribers. So probably not for a little bit still. But yeah, I'm going to figure out a way to get, do this giveaway and give away each member of the Bad Batch to 5 different people. So go ahead and join the Discord. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Smash that like button if you did, and subscribe for more awesome Star Wars content just like this. It's been Sheeb the Wise. I hope you guys have a great night, and may the Force be with you always. Peace.